Okay, it is live. Yes, we live. We live. We live. Hey, shalom, shalom. Akin wak wakiyum. Before we begin, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachach, Wadash. Hey, peace and blessings to the elect, listen, learning the Akin wak wakiyum, and double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, and the elder bishops, and much respect to the mighty Gabarim and the highways and hedges, the Yasharahla to the marriage, and to the Gabar making videos of edification to wake up the Lord's sheep. And salutations to the less scattered abroad that be under the speckled bird. Washabab Shalom. I have the beautiful brother, Ibadia. His channels are Yahweh Wa, Yahweh Shai, Ibad Za, Yahweh Wa, Yahweh Shai, Ibad Ha. Make sure y'all subscribe, all right? So today we're going to get into a basic lesson, but it still speaks volumes. Yasharahla, which means he is the prince of the power, okay? Which is the Lashawan Kodash for Israel. Okay, Yasharahla is the Lord's portion, meaning that Yasharahla belongs to the Lord. In all caps, the name of the Lord, who the world willfully, ignorantly calls God, is Yahweh, meaning he is or he exists. And the name of his son, who the world willfully calls Jesus Christ, is Yahweh Shai. He delivers. Okay, those are the true names that we will be saved by. Okay, so now I want to open up with a classic scripture in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6, straight to the point. Okay, this is what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said to his chosen people, who are the Israelites. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Okay, holy means what? Set apart. Okay, it means that we are a special people. Let's continue. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people. Above all people. Okay, so guess what? We are not the same.
They're not like us.
They're not like us. Exactly. So I'm going to read it again in its entirety. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You got it up.
Back you up real quick. The word holy is Kodash.
Kodash.
That's the but we know it's Kodash. All right. So we know it to be Kodash. And it's Strong's 869:18. Sacred, holy, holy one, saint. All right, set apart, like the brother said. Strong's definition: sacred, all right, morally, God, and an angel, sanctuary. So when you go to the word holy, it literally means an Israelite. Because remember, when you go into Revelation 13:9-10, it said, any man that have an ear, let him hear. He that leads to take captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. There is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the ones who are put into captivity and who were killed with the sword? The Israelites, so Latinos and Native Americans. So we are the holy ones. We are set apart. And you can even see that looking at what happened to us during hardcore bondage and what happened to us after. No other people on the face of the earth can go through what we go through and still prevail. How can we be the most downtrodden, most cursed people in this time, in this moment? But then when we come up out of that, everyone who hates us wants to imitate us. They make profit. You know, they wish they was like us. You know, they make fun of our skin and way we look and all these type of things. But then it's like you spend billions of dollars. I'm sorry, I would say probably hundreds of millions of dollars a year on suntanning booths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your president looking orange. You know what I'm saying? They got the Oopa Loopa. That's so like let's really, you know what I'm saying? Now you have all these Shedemites. They get all this lip surgery, walking around looking like they just got done fighting. You know what I'm saying? Evander Holyfield or something. You know what I'm saying? They all swole things.
Yep.
You know, so we really look at it. You know, we really are the Lord's portion. We really are set apart from all of y'all because y'all wish y'all were us. It's envious. It is what you call projection. Okay.
That's beautiful too, brother. Because even in the bodybuilding competitions, you have the Edomites spray tanning themselves to look like Jake. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. But just to back the brother up, he brought up in Revelations, he that in captivity shall go into captivity. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? Who are the saints according to the scriptures? Psalms 148, I'm going to verse 13. It says, let them praise the name of the Lord. The scripture says what? And the elect shall praise his holy name. The elect of Israel. Okay, the Israelites. Psalms 148 and verse 13. Let them praise the name of the Lord. For his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. Verse 14. He also exhorteth the horn of his people, possessive, his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him, which backs up Deuteronomy 7:6, a people that is holy unto the Lord. Okay, you got that.
No, hold on. Listen, I don't want to touch your wisdom. I'm just saying I put my hand up, so I want to add on. You know what I'm saying? But this goes right with Deuteronomy 7:6. Thou art the holy people, meaning I set you apart. I put you above all the rest. You know what it's like? It's crazy, man. It's in Romans. I think it's Romans 9. It said the promise that was to the children that were not yet born, who did neither good nor evil. But I'm going to use the analogy of everybody trying out for the JV or for the varsity basketball team or wrestling team. Everybody has to try out, and then amongst the 30 or 40 or 50 souls that come out there for the all right, let's basketball team. You're going to have a starting 5. That's the elect. You know, remember the word elect is inside the word select. You don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So you also have electoral vote. If nobody votes for you, guess what? The president is still going to be anointed by what the electoral vote. So even if nobody on the earth approves of us, guess who approve of us? The electoral votes in the heavens. Fuck what you talking about. I'm the president anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it don't matter how you feel what you say. The Lord chose us. He didn't choose you. So I'm kind of going off. But anyways, Amos 3:1. This I want to back this up to your Deuteronomy 7:6. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Build off that, brother.
And that, and when you think about it too, if the Lord created all nations upon the earth. If the Lord said, you know what? Israel is my portion. So I'm going to separate them and put them over here and keep the rest of the nations I don't give a damn about over there. So when you think about something like being set apart, you also think about something being like free. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's can you give me I think it's Leviticus 20 and 25 or 26 when it says, and the Lord shall has severed thee, I believe. So the Lord has cut us off from the nations and kept them for himself, possessive, his people. You got that up? I believe.
Let me see. Wait a minute.
I think it's Leviticus 20, 25 or 26.
It's in Leviticus. 25 and 26. This is Leviticus 25 and 26. That's not the one 26, 20.
No, chapter 20. I think it's verse 25 or 26. 26, verse 26.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, you're right. Leviticus 20 and 26. And you shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you.
All right, stop there. Stop right there. So you hear that? The Lord has what? Say that again,
and have severed you.
And have severed. So when you think of something being severed, you think something being separated, something being cut from. Okay? So think about it. You have, say, for example, you have a guy that's on the operation table that's suffering from gangrene. Okay? And in order to keep the rest of that body from being taken over, being affected by the gangrene, you have to sever that leg off or sever that limb off. Okay. Now I'm not saying that we are, the gangrene, but I'm giving you an example. Okay. So we're being separated, we're being severed, being cut away and separated from the other nations. Okay. Because think about it. The other nations, when you think about it, are that cancer. Okay. So we're being separated. And that's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has made us a holy people through what? The laws, statutes, the commandments that keep us clean. The scriptures talk about to separate the unclean beast from the clean beast. Okay. Yep. So this is how we are a separate people from the nations. The Lord said it himself. Malachi 3:6 says what? For I am the Lord, I change not. So to all you Christians and Catholics who believe that every nation on the planet, okay, even the nations who are the enemies of the Lord, spoken of in Psalms 83rd chapter, can be grafted in. You don't understand the scriptures, man. Okay? You got it, Doc.
Yeah, another one too. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh Elohim, the Lord thy God. No. And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon earth. I mean, that's the nail in the coffin right there. But the word that it's the word here is peculiar. You go to the word peculiar, and this goes right back to the topic. All right. The word there is sagala, if I'm not mistaken. And it's possession, property, value, property, peculiar treasure. So that means the Lord had, you know what it goes back to? It goes back to Malachi the 3rd chapter, when it speaks about how the Lord created the book of remembrance for those that thought upon his name, that feared him, kept his commandments. And it said, and he shall spare them like a father will spare his son, and he will gather his jewels. And that also goes back to the elect being tried like gold in the furnace. So even though the nation of Israel is chosen as the Lord's portion, there's a portion within that portion, which is the elect that he's chosen. Goes back to that cluster from the grapes. All right. So to go back to that word peculiar, the strong definition, root meaning to shut up. Well, so when you mean to shut up, that means like if you go to the bank, right, and it'd be like I need to go to my safety box, what do you call it, safety deposit box, whatever.
Deposit box, yeah.
Shalom. How about Shemi? I was shy about Shemi because that's right. So it's like you have to go through a procedure and everything. They get the box to put on the table, then they leave the room when you go and look through it and everything. That's what they mean by keeping us shut up. It was something that was prized possession of, like a wife to a husband. Remember, the Lord said we are betrothed unto him, meaning that we are what? That comely and delicate woman, which is his wife. Remember, the Lord said, go to the highways and bid them to the marriage. I mean, aren't we waiting for the bridegroom? So, like, that's the beautiful wisdom of the Lord that the elect can understand, which also makes this wisdom a peculiar treasure. So, we are a treasure within the treasure, y'all. The elect are. All right? That's all I want to say.
It's I seen where is it at? Yeah, the brother brought that out. I want to grab this one here, Psalm 78, because this is a key important thing that made us separate from the heathen, man. This is Psalm 78 verse 5. It says, for he established a testimony in Jacob, speaking of Yahweh. Okay, in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. So this, the law, statutes, and commandments is supposed to be passed down from generation to generation. Okay, this is a perpetual law, a decree by the Heavenly Father given to his chosen people. This is how we became holy and above all nations of the face of the earth, right? Oh, before I continue, I want to grab this. This is the spirit. I want to go to the book of Deuteronomy. That's the spirit. That's beautiful.
After you all.
Got it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4. And I want to read from 5.
Ooh.
I'll read down to verse 8.
That's some archive precepts tonight, boy.
Deuteronomy 4. And it says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh, my God, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. So you got to remember, the Israelites, this is when they came out of Egypt, man, heading into the land of milk and honey, the land of Canaan. Okay. Verse 6.
People forget that. Everlasting covenant. Never broken, never changed.
Yeah. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation above all people, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Verse 7. For what, this is the question now, for what nation is there so great, who have Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? Verse 8. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? So these are questions being asked. What nation is so great to have these commandments, to have these laws, to have these statutes? The nation of Israel, who the Lord has what? Brought nigh unto him, who has set above all people the face of the earth. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. He does not change his mind. So this is going to be a perpetual sign, okay, to all nations around the world. Elam, Ham, Japheth, Moab, Ammon, all of them, okay? So this is a cut to Christians and Catholics. This is a cut to Genesis, whatever they are, okay, who's saying that all nations can have salvation, all nations can be grafted in. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said Yasharahla is his portion. Point blank, period. And while that brother's getting that, I'm gonna read this brother's precept and I hand over to brother Ibadi. This is Psalms chapter 78 and verse 6 by Kazak ban Yahweh. It says that the generation that come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. So we, as a chosen people, have been given this great law, these statutes and commandments that's supposed to be passed down from generation to generation, that will keep us a holy people above all people and nigh unto Yahweh Yahushua. You got it up.
Hey, Baba Kushai, can you give me Isaiah 30 and 20 and hold that for me real quick? And that's something I want to build on. You said
Isaiah
that
30 and 20.
These laws, statutes, and commandments is our wisdom in the sight of the nations of the world, right? So in understanding that, I always say this: when we was in hardcore bondage for centuries, no Edomites came out with no prophecy. Once the Emancipation Proclamation came about, that's when we came out with 50,000 some patents. We came out with the historically black colleges, Judas the head, but really we're all together. We came out with all the adventures. We learned Greek, Latin, all that. We were phenomenal, and it's that frightens you. Can you imagine that? You a boxer. Imagine somebody give you the hardest punch and you eat it. What does that do to him psychologically? He like, damn, they gave him my heart.
That kills his courage, man.
Yeah, it's like Javante Davis, he be like, he do this, he starts smiling, oh, you in trouble.
His courage.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they've done to us for centuries, and then we still rising to the top like cream. Creme de la creme, like what's killing themselves. We rise, and it scares him and it irks him at the same time, though. That goes back to something you said. We're showing you the wisdom of the Lord. Remember, the Lord said, "I will use the weak of the earth to show His strength." We are weak in the side of you, but everything we speaking on is all, man. Oh man, it's so beautiful, man. It's just hitting right now. It's like, it's like when they ain't want to believe Yasharahla. He said, "Don't believe me, believe the Lord do it." So you listen. They ain't gotta believe us. They ain't gotta believe what we saying. Look at what the fuck is going on in the world. That's why I said to that dude in the comment section. I replied back to him. I said, honestly, I feel sorry for you. If you can't really see what's going on there, I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Yeah.
You still want to make jokes about virgin birth and stuff, like, and that wasn't even the topic, but that's the mentality, and that's why I made that post. Even though his comment may seem insignificant, you could also turn into a learning lesson. Like, thank God we're not that right. We're not in his. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be stubble for the fire. You know, but going back to what you were saying, we showing our laws, statutes, commandments is the wisdom in the front of the world. Because remember, the Puritans came in with the Bible, with our history. This is our history. James was the sixth king of Scotland, the first king of England. He was an Israelite. He was a Jake. King James from the house of Stuart. Let's go back to the word swart. Let's go back to the word swart.
Dark.
Grandson known as the black child. Okay? And King James was not homosexual either. Because he had a letter. I said again, brother?
I said, hell no.
No, he wasn't. And it got proof. And he wasn't homosexual either because he left a letter to his son called the Basilica Duran. And in there, it spoke about not having long hair or long fingernails, or having that was us. So when you watch the movie, like, I'm sorry, y'all kind of going up, but I'm showing you the portion of who we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? This is our history. If you watch the movie V for Vendetta, have you ever seen the movie V for Vendetta? All right, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. That's Satan. I'm gonna keep talking. But the movie V for Vendetta, if you watch that, it goes back to the gunpowder plot where they tried to blow up the parliament during that time because they wanted to kill King James. So that movie was based on that, the gunpowder plot. Look that up too. But so anyway, what I'm saying is that they married into our families, the royal families, and Esau started doing what? It kicked us out. And then they started taking over in Spain. What happened was they kicked out Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, kicked out the Jews in Spain. Hold on, wasn't the Moors living in Spain and Portugal during that time? Something I don't know. Anyways, and also people don't even know the first slaves that came out of the transatlantic slave trade came out of where, y'all? Spain and Portugal. The bulk came out of West Africa. So the first came out of Spain and Portugal. So who the hell actually got exposed from Spain? King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella? You know who the hell we are, who we were. Y'all even made a movie called 1492. And in there, y'all was literally reading from the Apocrypha. That was reading from the 13th chapter that spoke about taking a year and a half to get to the other land. You literally read that in the movie that y'all created. You put your own foot in your mouth, like the scripture said. That's why your own tongue fall upon themselves. And then also in history, it shows that you took Moorish ships, which is our ships, and you came down to Hispaniola, which is known as Dominican Republic and Haiti today. And that's when you started doing your excavations. So you already knew who was down here because you took the maps from the Moors, who was us ruling the Southern Kingdom, ruling Europe during that time. That's a part of history they don't tell you. So it wasn't like they just was circumventing the world and miraculously stumbled across. No. You knew exactly where you was going. And Christopher Columbus also wrote in his letter, he wrote that he was following a fiery star in the sky known as Saint Elmo that guided him to where the Levites and where the Simeonites are today.
Come.
But the reason I'm bringing all that together, that goes back into our portion. The Lord's portion went through what? All of these historical events, that's secular history outside of the Bible, is also a part of the Bible. When the Lord said, you shall go into slavery on ships, that happened to us. No other people on the face of the earth have gone into slavery throughout the entire world benefited off of us going to slavery. What other people on earth have went into slavery and the entire world benefited off of it? Stop playing with us. And then look at who we are today. Just the physical attributes, our mental capacity, after everything we've been through, yes, they're fighting the hell out of you. That's why you had to literally create a fugitive slave act against us. Your government literally sanctioned slavery against us. And y'all still couldn't take us out.
Nope.
And that's just on a low level. Imagine going against King David and back then. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I have to fix my headphones.
Can you hear me though?
Barely. Something ain't right.
All right, take care of that. Take care of that. This is Take Me Home Pronto. This is Sirach chapter 17 and 17. It says, for in the division of the nation. So yes, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has divided the nation. Okay, it even tells you in the book of Luke that Yahweh Shai is coming back to what? Bring division. Okay, so the Lord does believe in division. Okay, Sirach 17 and 17, it says, for in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. So every people had their own kings, right? Their own judges, so on and so forth. But it says, but Israel, or Yasharahla, is the Lord. Saying, meaning what? That Israel belongs to the Lord. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna back the brother up with a precept in Deuteronomy 32. Can you hear me now?
Beautiful, yeah,
kind of beautiful. So I was just going into how the Lord divided the nations, right? Because we talked about how the Lord severed Israel from the other nations, right? So I got a precept to that in Deuteronomy chapter 32. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, ask thy father, and he will shew thee thy elders, elder apostles of great millstone, who have taught us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He says, and they will tell thee. Now check this out. Verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations, I'm going to say that again, to the Christians, to the Catholics, and to everybody who believes that we're all the same and we're all together. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8, which is a precept to the brothers Sirach 17 and 17. Okay. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, we all come from Adam, right? He set bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Verse 9, for the Lord, all caps Yahweh, right? The Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. We are proving all things through the scriptures. It tells us in 1 Thessalonians to prove all things and to hold fast, which is good. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. We're not bullshitting, forgive my language. But we are proving that there is a chosen people, a portion that is set unto the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has divided the people and said, what? Israel is my portion, Jacob my inheritance, man. You got it up.
Yeah, I'm going to back you up too. I'm going to play devil's advocate on that, because as we keep talking about how we're the Lord's portion, we above other nations and everything, but look at the predicament that we're in right now. It don't appear to be that way. And even Ezra's question that. So let me read that really quick. You know what I'm saying? We have a balance, a proper balance.
Yeah.
chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Woo!
Circle. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. So remember that, nations. The world was created for our sake. And then we're princes, we're royalty. Who was supposed to be our subjects? It's even in our law. It literally said, your servant shall be the heathen. You were only created subjects. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Reese's Cup is my favorite. Anyway, let's get back to it. So 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, all this is coming right back together what you were talking about. This is beautiful. As for the other people which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be as spittle, right? And has like the abundance of them as a drop that falleth from a vessel. So if you're doing farmer carriage, you know, so you have to go out to the well and get the water. You gotta get the rope and pull the water up. You gotta walk back to the barn, which is probably like 1/10 of a mile. You know what? You're gonna lose a couple drops of water out that bucket. There's a couple drops of water out that bucket. That's the heathen.
Yep.
Right? You got something up?
I got you. I gotta land back off of you, Aqua, that one. This is Isaiah chapter 40, and I'm starting at verse 15. It says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of a balance.
Oh,
so we're talking about a little dust falling off.
I remember
that? Come on.
I remember. I think it was Elder Pastor Gabar, Elder Pastor Hardinger, and they gave a great analogy. They said, imagine, hey, you know how to get tile, you know how to be making the dough, you know what I'm saying, for the pizza, you know how you got to knead the dough and everything, you throw a little flour in there, you know once you put the, you know, so you put the pizza in the oven and everything, there's a little flour on the counter. What do you do with that flour? You wipe the shit off right into the sink and you good.
Exactly.
That's what the kids are. That's what they are. The dust of the balance. A dust of the balance. Exactly.
Isaiah 40:15 is entirety. It says, behold, the nations are like as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Let's continue. I'm gonna jump down to verse 17. It says, in Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing. Now, brother, you just went and brought out all the nations are spittle. Okay? Yep. Isaiah 40:17. Listen. We didn't write the Bible, by the way, Christians and Catholics. We didn't write it. Okay? This is the same Bible that you claim to read. Isaiah 40:17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. Now, brother, didn't we talk about before we came on this live? We talked about the multitude who were born in vain.
Oh yeah, you were. Yo,
come on, man.
The Lord God created even the wicked for the day of evil, but then even the day of evil gonna have their own day of evil.
Yep.
That's how cold the Lord is, man.
Yeah, man.
Ice cold.
Yeah, man.
On second edges though, that was heavy. The water for that one.
You got
second edges, verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing. And the brother just brought out a precept where it said that they were less than nothing. What's that? Negative. Just like Esau's birthdays are negative. Bro, you know what I mean? They mean the Lord is sending you back to the spiritual world quicker than he bring your ass here.
Yeah. Yep.
Back in the what 1930s, 1940s, you were 40% of the world's population. Now you only 10%. Anyway, let me get back
Yeah,
to it.
man.
So chapter 6, verse 57, continue. Had begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we thy people whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten. That's Exodus. Can you give me Exodus 4:22? Thy
Oh,
only
yeah.
begotten,
Yep. That's the spirit.
thy lover, are
Mm-hmm.
given into their hands.
Mm-hmm.
If the world not be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? So even though it was the Lord's portion, the Lord's and the world was created for our sakes, even Ezra asked, why do they rule over us? What is
Come.
it that we did right? But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to a precept. We can break out plenty. I'm going to go back to a precept I had brought out earlier. Amos 3
Mm-hmm.
and 1. Of this word the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family. Remember, even the righteous men and the righteous women and children have to go into captivity. The whole nation had to go, right? Remember, all the firstborn in Egypt had to go. Does that mean that every Egyptian man, woman, and child was evil towards Israel? No. But the Lord judged not only individuals, he judged the whole nation too.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, no respect to persons.
No respect
Okay?
of person, man. Yep.
So going back, Amos 3 and 2, you only have like, I'm sorry, finish this. It's the whole house of Israel against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Why is that? Because the Lord said, I separated you from them. I made you holy. I severed you. I
Mm-hmm.
gave you laws, statutes, commandments to be
Come.
wise on this earth, to
Yep.
rule over it. You would rather be like the heathen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the worst of them and show you how it's going to happen if you want to be like them. And like Elder Pascal Bar said, the Most High had to make us go through hell. So
Ooh. You cut out. You cut out. You cut out. Can't hear you. Slacky. I can walk him. But that brother is getting that. I'm going to read Sirach chapter 17 and 18 because the brother mentioned firstborn in the scriptures. It says, whom being his firstborn, he nourished with discipline and giving him the light, right? The light is what? The wisdom, knowledge, understand. The law is the lamp, right? It's the commandments. It says giving him the light of, you got it. Oh, we got you out. I'm reading this. I'm going to go into that Exodus, all right? Sirach chapter 17 and 18, whom being his firstborn, he nourisheth with discipline and giving him the light, the Lord statutes commandments, right, of his love, doth not forsake him. So again, going into that firstborn. Now the brother had me go into Exodus 4 and verse 22. It says, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Okay, there you go.
now listen here, Salakia.
You got it.
It said Israel. It says Israel is his firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember this: the Lord also made a decree in the book of Exodus, Exodus 13 and 2. It says, "Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever
Yeah.
openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine." So the
Come.
firstborn is so heavy, man. You see how beautiful the wisdom is that we have. So the firstborn of the male is the Lord's portion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the 10 that Abraham gave to Malak Hazadak was his portion, right?
Come.
So the Lord's portion amongst all the nation is Israel. The Lord's portion amongst all the lands is Israel. The
Mm-hmm.
Lord's rivers amongst all the lands will be what? Jordan. The Lord's plant amongst all the land is still lily. You get what I'm saying?
Lily.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So it's like the Lord has
favorite.
favorites
Yeah.
amongst all the lakes, all the water. The Lord has his portion. He has his favorites. Can't change that.
Oh man, all right. I gotta back you up with that one. I think that's second Ezra, the 5th chapter. I gotta do it. Gotta do it,
Shine.
man.
Why you smile? Will shine.
Gotta freaking do it, man. Before I do that, let me grab this guys. Let me grab this brother's precept. This is Isaiah 4:4-1. Ooh, call on me about Shimei Shah. 4:4-1. It says, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen." There you go. There you go. The Lord has chosen. That's what in second Ezra the 6th chapter. You brought that up not too long ago. This is second Ezra 5. And I'm gonna start at verse 23 just to back the brother up. The Lord has favorites. It says, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee only one vine, and of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily, and of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Sion unto itself. And of all fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. Now check this out. It says, and among all the multitudes of people, the brother brought that out in second Ezra the 6th chapter about how we all come from Adam, right? This is second Ezra 5 and verse 27. And among all the multitudes of the people, thou hast gotten thee one people. And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. I don't know what else to say about that, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about that. This is the Bible that everybody swears by, that they read from what they say. Y'all read the Bible from front to back. Well, did you read these? You didn't read those scriptures, did you?
Did you read these? I love it. Did you read these? I love it. That's real. Because the only one they remember, John 3:16.
Yeah. They don't get no understanding about what the world is, man.
Judge not and be not judged and all that bullshit. But it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like it. Let me not say that. Their mentality is bullshit. I appreciate it. Because they don't read 1 Corinthians 6:2 where it says, know ye not that we shall judge the nation?
Nations, yep. Judge angels. Yep.
That's judge angels, judging all things. Like, come on, man, what are you talking about?
Yep.
So Psalms 105 to back you up too. Psalms 105 and 1. Bear with me, y'all. It's like 8 precepts. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord. Call upon his name. This is full circling back to the brother Kazal Bun Yahawada, and we have put up Polarians for you before the
we did up
stream, brother. I hope you get better too. But the brother had brought out Psalm 78 and 5, which is an archive. I mean, I ain't seen that one in a minute. Yeah, so it struck something in my spirit. Psalms 105 and 1. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people. Sing unto him, sing psalms unto him, talk ye all his wondrous works. Glory ye in his holy name, let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. Seek the Lord in his strength, seek his face forevermore. Now, let's get into it. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Abraham his servant, ye children of Jacob his chosen. He is the Lord our God. His judgment are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. what you spoke about earlier. All this is coming right back together, y'all. This is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath with Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. That was a lot said right there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot said. And I'm just going to read the next verse for some vegan sprinkles. All right, put on top of this ice cream.
God.
Saying, to thee I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance. So what's our inheritance? See how beautiful that come around? What his portion, what his inheritance. We inherited the land of milk and honey. We also inherited the law, statutes, and commandment that set us apart. Yeah. It's not us that set us apart. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shai that we have. We don't have the same spirit as him. We don't have the same spirit as Moab. We don't have the same spirit as Esau. Oh. Neither can they ever duplicate our spirit. They can't.
They can't,
they
man.
Just wild jerseys in our shoes.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, the scripture says that we are a light to the world, man.
Right.
So, you know, of course, the world, like they say, the way of man, you know, they go into that imitation, man. They try to imitate the children of the Lord, but at the same time, disrespecting us, man. You know, but overall,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying, but overall, man, every nation wants to be like us, man. The scripture says the heathen shall envy thee and shall be able to do nothing against thee, man. Thus saith the Lord. You know?
Oh, they say imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
There we go, flattery. Yeah. I was like, man, that just like slipped my mind.
I got you. Because imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Like a prime example, like imagine a young son seeing his father out with a hammer trying to, you know, put together a bird house or something. The little boy, he gonna go with his little toy, and he gonna start hitting on little trees and picking up little sticks like they nails and stuff. Because he's trying to imitate what his father doing because he's flattered. He want to be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, even how I said it, be ye holy like your Father in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. What's the greatest way to flatter the Lord? Imitation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, right. I want to grab something here before I'm gonna grab this brother's scripture off. This is Sirach chapter 24 and 8. It says, so the creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thy inheritance in Israel. He just said what? That Jacob is my inheritance, man. Jacob's name was turned into Israel. And then you had the 12 patriarchs that came from the seed line of Jacob, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay? The Lord said that what? Jacob is his servant and his friend, right? Let me grab this and I'm handing it over to you, Salakia. I just want to grab this real quick. Isaiah 41 real quick. Let me grab that. So it says, I start at verse 8. Yeah, it says, but thou, O Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. You see the seed of Abraham? No, it's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Abraham and Ishmael, because Ishmael his butt was cast with his mom's. It was Abraham, Isaac, okay, who was Yahweh, and Jacob, okay. 9. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. So has the Lord done away with his people? Oh, hell no. What? Ain't happening, bro. Okay.
That's right. Even Paul said it. And the Lord, that's what the people know. But I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, Benjamin. Even he said it. You got Romans 10:1, Romans 11:1. Damn right. He cast us away. And you know what's so beautiful about that? They go to show you that us claiming to be Israelites, which we can actually prove, even though a lot of things are, it's all because the Lord made a covenant with Abraham. It has nothing to do with us at all. And you know what it does? It really does show the true power of the
you cut out again, Yeah, I think you cut out again,
Hear me now?
There we go. We get you now.
Good. Let me lose my train of thought. But anyways, we're going by what I was saying, man. We're the Lord's portion, and it's only because the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob about their seeds after them. And I had mentioned earlier in Romans, the 9th chapter, where it says, the promise being to the children. Shalom, Laquami, how about you? Yasharahla, but it said, the promise being to the children, being not yet born, neither doing good nor evil.
Yep.
It all goes back to the covenant. So all this, that's why I don't like modern day Christianity and religion, because they try to put in this whole God loves everybody. Have you accepted the Lord? It's like y'all literally going against everything that's written in the scriptures.
God.
No?
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead, Ari.
Yep. This is Sirach chapter 36, verse 11. It says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. And this is what the men of the Lord are doing, starting with the elder apostles of the great millstone. Okay, gathering the nation that's not desired, right? The brother brought out in Malachi the 3rd chapter when Yahushua said, when I should make up my jewels. So when he gathers his elect from the four winds of the earth, man, that's what the Lord is talking about. Gathering his portion, which is the elect, because we understand that Israel is the elect nation above all people. But again, there is an election within the elect. Okay? Like Yahushua is gathering to the spirit power of his father Yahweh. Okay? But overall, Yasharahla is the Lord's portion. Okay?
Another way to break it down too, the Lord said he had 5,000 who have not bowed down or worshiped Baal. Through every generation, he's always had a remnant. It's just always been so the Lord has always had sleeper cells within the nation of Israel throughout all of history. That's pretty much what it's been, just the elect. Always been there.
Yep. Sirach 44:1-11 says, with their seed shall continue remain a good inheritance, and their children are within the covenant. The brother brought out what? The covenant that Yahweh made with Abraham. Okay, from Isaac to Jacob. Okay, so overall, Yasharahla, which means prince of the power. Okay, the Israelites belong to the Lord. It always will be this way. The Lord does not change. There is nothing anybody else can do. Okay, the scripture said what? Declaring the end from the beginning.
It did say that.
Declaring the end from the beginning. So it's already been done. It's already been written. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua would dwell in Zion, man. That's his portion. You know what I'm saying? You got
when the last time we heard from Nasha?
Yep. Oh, you got cut out again, huh? Yeah. You got cut out again, huh? Can you hear me though? There you go.
Oh, you know what? We ain't gonna be entertaining no more, man. You know, we gave him enough of our time anyway. Like I was saying, though, man. Yahweh Shem outside, we're his portion. We are his portion. We're the nation of Israel. The Lord said we are his God. We're his people. The law was given to us. We're above all the nations. The world was created for our sakes. And sooner or later, y'all gonna be flocking to us to come worship our power. That's it.
Yep.
And righteousness stuff.
So I'm gonna end out with this. You got any end out precepts up?
shit.
Got anything to close out with?
I can't even hear you.
You can't. You got any closeout scriptures?
Satan, boy.
Yeah. Can you hear me out?
Supposed to be.
Can you hear me? Nah. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna close out with this here, okay? Salakia to the Akim Wakwathium. I'm gonna end out with Zechariah, the 8th chapter. I'm gonna read verses 1 through 3. Okay. It says, again, the word of the Lord Yahweh of hosts came to me, saying, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with a great jealousy. Why? Because we belong to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We are the Lord's portion. It says, I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I am returned unto Zion. We are a people before a place, right? And will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will always dwell with us, man, and with his people. Why? Because we are Yahweh Yahushua's portion. Okay? And the brother's trying to come back in.
Yo, can you hear me?
See.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Satan's really trying to freaking choke out the word, man. But at the end of the day,
can you hear me out?
No, Khan, we can hear you now. I just ended out with Zechariah, the 8th chapter. How Yahweh Bashem Yahweh always dwell in Zion, man. He will always be, with his people. Yeah. I think you got having technical difficulties, but it's all good. It's all good. We can you hear me?
Dang. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. God dang, man.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I already closed out.
Okay, man. So like everybody, man.
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good, man.
Oh, yes, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, man. I have a bad habit of procrastination too. All right. This brother always on freaking time. He has the patience of a goddamn Shaolin monk. Okay. I be late. It's supposed to be 8:30. We be starting at 8:45, 8:53. Y'all, I apologize. So, like, you see how everything is going on. So I love this brother, man. I appreciate him and his beloved Eve too. I appreciate all of y'all. I really do.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. Hey, that necessary patience, man. Hey, we gotta be patient, man. At the end of the day, okay, we're the Lord's portion. We're striving to be of the elect. All right, you brothers and sisters out there, continue to strive, man. Continue to push. All right, hey, through everything, man. Suffer righteous sake. To the brother Kazak on Yahweh, man, lifting up this blindness for you, man. Hey, Shabbat Shalom to the beloved brothers and the sisters who are in silence. All right, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Yasharahla. We are the Lord's portion. Yasharahla. Kwam Yasharahla. Shalom.